Sonnet number 116 by William Shakespeare. Sonnet number 116 is one of Shakespeare's most famous love sonnets. First published in 1609, the sonnet is addressed to Mr. W.H. Earl of Southampton. Though most of his sonnets deal with the nature of love, sonnet number 116 is about love in its most ideal form. It's one of the best and most perfect evocations of love poetry. Shakespeare here praises the glories of lovers who have come to each other freely and enter into a relationship based on trust and understanding. The poet generalizes his idea what love is and what love is not. Now let's move to stanza number 1. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. In this first quatrain, when the sonnet begins, we feel that there is an old man, maybe the poet himself, as speaker, and he is guiding a young man about what love is all about. There is also a reference to Christian marriage ceremony, where the priest reads to the people who are a witness to the marriage ceremony that if anybody knows any just reasons why this marriage should not take place, they should speak up now, or they should hold their peace for all time to come. Shakespeare says that love, that is, the marriage of true minds, is perfect and unchanging. Nobody can stop on the way of true love. It does not change when it finds any chance to change. Two lovers never surrender their love, never change their minds under any obstructions, under any hurdles, under any social barrier. Moving to stanza number 2, that begins with an exclamation. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth is unknown, although his height be taken. This second quatrain begins with an exclamation, oh no, love is an ever-fixed mark. So, love is not fickle. Love is not changing. The speaker tells what love is through a metaphor. He compares love to a guiding polar star to lost ships, the ships that are wandering in the ocean and have lost their way where, in what direction the ships should move on. Shakespeare also compares the true love to a lighthouse that is built on sea harbor that guides the ships in the sea. Both the polar star and lighthouse are helpful in finding the directions to sailors and travelers. They help people to find a way in days when the people have limited knowledge about the maps of the world. Love, if it is really true love, can in a similar fashion provide guidance to any traveler who is walking through this world. Hence, in this stanza, Shakespeare uses two metaphors. In the first metaphor, Shakespeare compares true love to ever-fixed mark, that is lighthouse. In the second metaphor, Shakespeare compares true love to the star, that is, polar star. Shakespeare says, when a lost sailor finds the right destination where he has to move on by looking at the pole star, that time the value, the birth of that pole star is immeasurable for that sailor. Though the distance of the pole star from the earth can be measured by scientific means, but nobody can measure the value or the birth of the pole star for that sailor who has lost his way in the sea. In the last quatrain, love is not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. In this last quatrain, Shakespeare meditates upon true nature and the relationship between love and time. Usually, it is believed that passing of time in some ways eradicates love. Shakespeare asserts that time in no way can change love if love is true. Hence, love cannot be constrained and controlled by time. Love outlasts time. Even though the time might come to an end, but love will continue. The people who are in love, they may grow old with the passing of time, but their love for each other will always remain fresh and blooming. Time has been personified here in the form of a farmer or mower who carries in his hands a sickle to reap the harvest or grass. Whatever comes in the range of that sickle is cut down and eliminated. Similarly, the youthfulness, that is, the rosy lips and cheeks of young lovers, might fade with the passage of time. But the true love will never change, as it doesn't fall within the range of seed. So, time cannot conquer true love. Lovers might be soft, fragile, grass-like, harvest-like, so are likely to change when time rolls. In youth, they may be physically attractive, but in old age, they may not. But true love doesn't change in brief hours and weeks. Time is not everlasting. Shakespeare here minimizes the effect of time, saying, time has only brief hours and weeks. So, with its command over few hours and weeks, time is of little significance in the way of true love. Love will go on beyond these few hours and weeks, so beyond time. Love will continue up to the doomsday. Doomsday is referred in Christianity as the day of judgment, when the whole world will come to an end and the actions of the people will be judged by God. At that point, time itself will come to an end, but love will continue. In Christian concept, love is the only thing that is seen as conquering time. Now, let's move to the concluding couplet. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never read, nor no man ever loved. In this final couplet, the poet William Shakespeare issues a challenge to the people that if he is mistaken about the constant, unmovable nature of perfect love, and what he has written about true love in previous three quatrains is proved to be false or untrue, then he must take back all his writings on love, truth, and faith. Moreover, Shakespeare adds that if he has in fact judged love inappropriately and anybody proves, then he will start believing no man has ever really loved in the ideal sense the poet professes. Hence, here Shakespeare has presented the idea that true love is unchanging, it's constant, it's not affected by love. True love isn't based on physical attractions, it's a bonding based on soul and understanding. Thank you. Now let's have a look at the structure of this sonnet. Like every Shakespearean sonnet, this sonnet number 116 is also divided into three quatrains and one rhyming concluding couplet. The rhyming scheme of this sonnet is AB AB, CD CD, EF EF, GG, and the meter that has been used in this sonnet is iambic pentameter.